Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a first impressions video. I just got a lot of new stuff all at once, so I picked out a bunch and put it all together and decided just to make a first impressions video because I haven't done one in, I think I only ever did one before. Like, what is it with that? I usually can't wait. Like, the minute I get a product, I'm like, I want to use it right now. So I had to restrain myself a lot. So if you want to see how I get this whole look, please keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with primer, and I'm going to use the Hourglass primer. This is the Veil Mineral Primer, and I'm also going to mix some of the MARC JACOBS drops with it. These are the Fantasy Dew Drops. So you already know I like some glowy skin, so I'm going to mix these together. Yeah, I have never tried either of these, but I do love the MARC JACOBS primer, and I do love some of the Hourglass products, so I'm hoping I'm going to love these just as much. I'm just mixing these two together on my hand. Shit, I'm not sure about this colour. Maybe I have too much on, so let's just wipe some of that in my bottoms. I wear makeup bottoms when I do makeup tutorials, and what they are is just old tracksuit bottoms that I don't wear anywhere except in here for filming, because there is makeup all over them. All I use them for is just like to wipe my hands in my bottoms. But they're old, so it doesn't matter, like that's what they're for. Okay, this doesn't look too bad now. I feel like this isn't the only colour that it comes in, because this is quite dark and kind of red. Like, it has that reddy tone off it. But I'm not too worried about it because my foundation's going to go over it. But it does give you that really nice glow. It's hard to just like tell straight off the bat if a primer's good. I've said this before in other tutorials. I feel like you just need to wear it for like a week and just wear it like every day for a week and see how your foundation wears, see how your skin feels and all that. So what I usually do is I'll just let you know in my next tutorial how it's been going, because I will continue to use this. I don't know if I'll wear this every day, but I will continue to use this primer for the next week just to kind of see how it goes. Okay, I have a few different foundations that I wanted to try, but I don't know which one to do. So I have the Benefit Hello Happy. This is so cute. But I also have this, it's from Nude by Nature. I feel like there's a little bit more of a buzz going around with Hello Happy foundation, so let's just try that one. I'm going to use number 2. Oh, it's a bit light. I'm going to mix 2 and 3 actually. And I know that 3 on its own is going to be too dark because I'm not tanned. So let's mix. Ooh, okay. I kind of wasn't expecting it to have this much coverage. I also just got new Zoeva brushes in the post yesterday, which made me so happy. For 2 reasons. 1, because I love Zoeva brushes. They're my favorite brand of brushes. And 2, because I have no clean brushes left. The story of my life. Oh, this brush I'm using, just in case you want to know, it is a 104 buffer brush. I'm actually really impressed with the coverage. Like, usually when I think of Benefit foundation, I just think of a more natural coverage, not as full coverage. I don't know why I think that would benefit, but I do. Although I do feel like the shade range, there's quite a jump in between shades. Like, that's 2 different shades. This is number 2 here, and this is number 3. So there is, like, to me, like, quite a difference between the 2. Because right now I'm in between. Like, the number 2 is way too light and number 3 is a little bit too dark. I feel like that happens with a lot of brands anyway. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Creaseless Concealers. Now I know these are not new concealers, but they've just been repackaged. But as far as I know, the formula and everything is the same. But I have never used this concealer before, so this is new to me. I'm going to use the shade Light Sand. I actually don't know anything about this concealer. I don't know coverage, I feel like. Like, putting it on, it's a weird kind of formula. I feel like it's the type of formula that feels like it's going to be sticky, but I don't think it is going to be sticky, but it's just that type of consistency. I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I'm just doing my usual areas, just under the eyes and then down along the T-zone. So I'm just going to use a Zoeva 135 brush to blend this out. Like, it's quite shiny. Like, quite shiny. It's just an unusual consistency, but the coverage is really good. It does feel a little tacky on the skin, but I was expecting it to feel a lot tackier because of how it looks. So I'm going to try a new powder today to set. This is the MARC JACOBS translucent powder. Garfield's not impressed. Did you think we were gone and left you? Did you? We would never do that to you. It is a bit matte for me, so I'm just going to do the T-zone and under my eyes. That powder's not actually that bad. I just put too much on first time around. So the lighter you put on, see, it still has that nice sheen to the skin, but not oily looking and not too dry. So now moving on to bronze, I'm going to take the MARC JACOBS bronzer. So what I love about this is the size. I feel like it will last forever, and I just love MARC JACOBS packaging. It's just always just so sleek. I love it. But this is the shade Tantastic, and it has a little mirror in it too, which is great for, you know, if you're traveling and you don't want to bring a mirror with you. Like, this is a big enough mirror that you can just use this to do your makeup in, which is great, because a lot of mirrors, like in regular bronzers, they're a lot smaller. You can't really do your makeup in that. But I just wanted to show you the difference in size. I think I like it already. I like that it's a little bit cooler. It's not too orange, so it's a great one for contour as well. Oh god, it smells too. It smells like holidays. Anything that smells like holidays just wins me over straight away. So I'm just gonna bronze around the hairline and that, just give us that nice bronzy glow. This brush I'm using is a Zoeva 108 brush. Really like this bronzer. Yes. I thought I had new brow products, but I don't. So unfortunately, I don't have any new brow products to show you. So I'm just going to do my brows quickly like normal. I will link videos below that I do my brows in. But just to kind of just get that out of the way, because it's not a first impression brow, so I'm just going to do that really quick. Then we're going to jump straight into some new eye products. For my eye base, I'm going to take the MARC JACOBS eye primer. I do usually prefer an eye base that has coverage to it, but this was the only new eye base that I had to try, so we'll see how it goes. And for my eyeshadows today, I am going to use the new Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I just got this 2 days ago at an event, so I haven't even swatched it. It is still brand new because I wanted to save it for this video. I don't even know what colours to do, but I'm going to swatch a few and see. I might do a green because a lot of the colours in this are like the bronzies and golds, which I do love, but for this tutorial I just want to kind of continue and do some more colours. First impressions like of the initial look of this palette, I do really like it. There are a lot of shimmers which I'm not usually into. I like a lot of mattes, but the matte shades that they do have in this are all the right ones. I wish the black was matte, but it's not. It has a shimmer to it, which I will never, probably never ever use because I don't use black shimmers. I definitely do wish there were a few more mattes in the palette. That's just my preference. Okay, I'm gonna start with the shade Riff, which is this one here. Just gonna start in the crease. So just go back and forth and just blend this out. So I have two Zoeva 228 brushes, so I'm just gonna have one with the colour on it, and then I like to go in between and just kind of blend out the shade with the brush that has no product on it. Now I'm taking this warm orange shade called Baja. I think it's Baja. And this is a Zoeva 227 brush. And I'm just going to warm up the crease. So far, so good. So I'm gonna just take a little bit more of the eye primer. So I'm gonna press this on the lid. And then going right into the shade Radio and pressing this on top. Just going back into the brush I used with the orange and just softening the edges. I'm gonna take some of the orange again and we're gonna go under the eyes. This is so pigmented. I'm gonna blend it out with a little bit of the shade Rip. It's safe to say this palette is definitely looking like a winner. The pigments in it are just so amazing. I'm gonna take some of the shade Big Sky and I'm just gonna use that on like the inner half here on top of the teal shade. So I'm gonna use this NARS highlight. This is the shade Fort de France. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna use this as my highlighter, but I'm gonna take it as well and I'm gonna use it for my inner corners. So the mascara I'm gonna try out today is this mascara from Stellar. And let's see how this looks. Ooh, it has a nice hard wand, which I like. I like hard wands. That's what she said. It's hard to tell because I have like so much eyeshadow on. But from what I can tell here, this is a really nice like defining and lengthening mascara. It's not going to add a lot of thickness, but it's definitely, for sure, I can notice my lashes are quite defined and quite long. I don't know if you can see from here, but they're definitely nice and defined and quite long. I think this would be gorgeous like with a softer eye look, or if you had like no eyeshadow on and just mascara. I think this would be gorgeous. So for my lashes today, I'm going to use the House of Lashes Natalia lashes. So I've used House of Lashes before, but I have not used these ones. I think this style is one of the newer styles. The glue I always use, by the way, is Esquido glue. This is not a first impression glue, but it is my holy grail glue and I don't use anything other than that glue. These are nice. They're like not too long. You can still see all the eyeshadow. It doesn't really take away. So for my blush, I'm gonna take the NARS Orgasm Blush. I have never ever used this before. I don't think I've ever even used a NARS blush before, have I? I don't think I have. The reason why I have never used this is because it's like pink and I'm not a blush person to begin with, and I'm especially not a pink blush person. But I'm just gonna try a little bit of it. Oh, it's quite pink. Yeah, I don't like it. Nothing to do with the product or anything, it's just I just can't wear pink blush. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend that that never happened. So back to the highlight I used for the inner corner. This is Fort de France and I'm gonna use this along my cheekbones. Ooh, it's pretty. Very, very nice. I got this yesterday from Zoeva. It is a lip crayon. It's more of a sheer finish, but it has a little bit of colour to it. I might try this, and I have this lip liner from Jouer that I just recently got. It's called Nude, so I'm going to try this too. The lip pencil is a little bit orange, so I'm just rubbing it in a bit. Yeah, brands really need to stop putting orange in every single nude. Okay, and I'm going to go over top with the lip crayon. It is in the shade... No wonder I couldn't make it out. I was reading it upside down. Way Too Soon. Ooh, this is nice. It's like a really neutral lip colour. I like this colour, but I do not like the lip pencil. I like the formula of the lip pencil, but I don't like the colour. So that is it for my first impressions video. Overall, I think I liked pretty much everything. Yeah, I'll let you know a lot about the face stuff in the description box, so check that out. And also, I'm kind of living for this eyeshadow palette. I definitely want to do more looks with that. I think it's so pigmented, it blended amazingly, and I'm really impressed with it. I really like it. Yeah, I think pretty much everything was spot on, and I really liked pretty much everything. So well done to brands for bringing out good products. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.